Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another free VOD Friday. It's been a minute. Goodness me. I've been back at college. Not college, really, but kind of like college. I've been back doing my thing. I've been doing summer classes mostly. But it's nice to be back for another free VOD Friday. Again, this will be functioning just like all the other free VOD Fridays like they did in the past. It'll probably go like this. This will be the same as all free VOD Fridays have in the past. Just send me a code in the chat and I will start going over them. If my stream cuts, that's probably just gonna be it because my power's been going out, because I need to get another power strip, because I'm pretty sure it's so old that it can't actually hold all the stuff that's going into the power strip. It might also be that there's two power strips going into the same wall outlet, but there's not a whole lot I can really do about that, so hopefully it gets better. But hello Smoking Weasel, hello everyone else. If we don't get a lot of odds, I might just switch to Overwatch, just gameplay. Also, if we want, we can discuss the PvE changes, but I feel like a lot of you guys just don't care what I have to say about that, nor do you guys really seem to care about PvE, but I guess we'll go through that over time. To me, it just seems like a lot of you guys were about PvP, and you know what? We keep running it. We keep running it. But yeah, again, just send the codes in chat. I'd be more than happy to help y'all out. But for right now, we're just chilling. I'm just waiting for y'all. It's like office hours. I'm just waiting for y'all. Just come in. Whatever. And you know, immediately when I say that, you guys say, what do you think about Blizzard's recent takes with PvE? Here's the thing, right? Realistically, are the people that have been playing PvP and love this game's PvP gonna leave? No, they're not. They're still gonna want to keep improving. They're still gonna want to climb through the system because that's how they see it as enjoyable. If you guys want, okay, here's the thing. If you want my honest take about this, I'm so disappointed. Disappointed. That is the only word you need to know. I'm incredibly disappointed. That's it. I personally was going to shift the focus of the content whenever PvE came out. I was gonna start releasing PvE stuff alongside the PvP stuff. Like, this was gonna be my thing. Like, I was gonna teach everyone everything, mostly PvE, because it was gonna be really in depth. I used to be a Destiny content creator before. That was my jam. So I'm very upset about it, but like, what am I gonna do? I don't have access to the streamer Discord. I had no idea this information was coming. But here's the thing. At the end of the day, I know most people that were watching this channel. Here's the thing. If you were just kind of chilling, waiting around because you wanted the PvE to come out, I feel like you wouldn't have been putting so much time into improving at the PvP. I feel like you guys wouldn't be watching this channel if you were just going to be waiting for the PvE. Maybe that was your initial intention, but there was probably something about the PvP that stuck with you that were like, oh, okay, yeah, this is more fast-paced. Like, I enjoy this a little bit more, and there's a lot to learn from it. Like, that doesn't go away.
Real trap shit.
C4 with the follow, I appreciate you. I feel like that doesn't go away. Like, you guys still will enjoy the PvP to some extent. If you don't, you know what? That's fine. The fact that PvE is gone, and here's the, okay, to all the people that are saying PvE gone, no, that's not true, stop spreading misinformation, the PvE is gone. The PvE to us was the vision of what it was going to be. It was going to be innovative. That's how a game becomes great. It's innovative on the current practices. What we are going to get, at least from what they have told us, is not innovative at all. It is just something to play once and you're done. That's not PvE. Like, okay, technically, it's PvE. That's not PvE. That's not what we were looking for, because we could get that experience from anywhere else. What we were excited for was that, wow, this game is finally going to get the love and care it had when it first came out. It's just not for the PvP, which isn't my favorite, but at least it's going somewhere. Like, I can be looking forward to that polish I once knew in 2016 when I was a freshman in high school and I was grinding this stuff every single day I came home. That's no longer a thing. Sure, it's misinformation to say PvE isn't coming, but it's not coming to nearly the extent it needs to to make this game a S tier title, to be number one. It's if you guys haven't watched the Samito video yet, please do that. Okay, again, another follow. I appreciate you guys. We still have free VOD Friday. If you guys really don't want to do that and no one even wants to learn anymore, I'd be astounded. But like, that's cool with me if you guys just want to discuss this. But it's like, if you guys want my real take from a content creator's perspective, I do not think this game will ever deliver the way it used to. I had hope that after the PvE came out that it was going to deliver again, but I don't think this game is ever going to get big again. I think this will, with the initial release of Overwatch 2, that's the largest it's going to get. From here, we're going to be the laughingstock. Personally, I still think this game is probably one of the most fun games on the market. I also think Rainbow Six Siege is good. That game's also kind of bad after where it was before, but the initial draw of those games, a fast-paced playstyle, the competitive playstyle, those games are my bread and butter. Like, I love that stuff. It's never gonna there's never gonna be games like that come out again. That's not the meta for gaming right now. The meta for gaming is free-to-play microtransaction. I don't think these games are ever gonna get big again, but I'm still gonna enjoy playing them. Maybe not to the extent I was playing them my junior year of high school, where I was playing 16 hours a day, but I'm still going to enjoy playing them. I'm not going to go full doomer on you guys. I'm not going to lie, it does affect me. I needed to take a break from streaming for 2-3 days because I'm like, wow, this is terrible. I don't even want to touch this game right now. It just makes me sad. But I will still continue doing content for this unless you guys want me to do something else. It all comes down to you guys. I enjoy this. I also enjoy other games. So we'll talk about that at the end of the stream. If you guys do have VODs, just put them in the chat. We can start right away. I think we should just get that out of the way. If you guys have any other questions before we start VODs, please shoot them now. But like, I still enjoy this game. Not to an extent where I'm going to play every single day and I'm going to completely grind like I did in the past. But to be fair, all this time I've been giving content to you guys, a lot of my focus has been making content, not playing the game. I play the game enough in a high enough level so that I can actually relay the best information possible to you guys. You know? So we got 2 codes. Overall, the game is going to stay a lot of the same. And here's the last thing I'm going to say, because I feel like a lot of you guys are new Overwatch players. The disappointment you feel around the PvE getting canceled, you are going to continue feeling that if you continue playing this game. To me, at this point, it doesn't really affect me because I have expected it. So if you still enjoy the game even after the hard news, keep playing it because you enjoy it. If this is going to kill your vibe, I can tell you're not a long-term Overwatch player, but then maybe it's time to switch games and find something more enjoyable. Because at the end of the day, if you're watching this, you are probably not going pro. You're probably not going to make a full-time living off of this. You're doing it for fun. And you know what? Who cares what the developer does so long as you're having fun? If your fun is killed, leave. If not, like I think most of you guys are still going to enjoy the game, continue enjoying it with me. But let's keep going. Catlord with the follow. Let's start the actual VODs today. That's my spiel. Maybe we'll talk a little bit more after all those VODs are done. Maybe we'll switch to some variety. But you guys tell me. I'm down with anything. So let's start with C4's VOD today. And get this party started. Let's learn together because that's what I want to do. If the music's too loud, please let me know, because in some of my YouTube videos, people were saying it's too loud. For me, my Go XLR, I'm still trying to figure out the audio levels. How is that not working? I do any VOD reviews that are hopefully not like, just don't do like DPS and tank over masters. Like GM, DPS, and tank, I can help you with. Why is it not working? Wait a minute. Guys, you cannot be serious. I'm pretty sure that they actually just reset all the codes today. What was the patch today? It's a Friday. They never do this. Never mind. Okay, C4, try again. Because it worked for Los. For some reason, it didn't work for you. So try again with another code, or maybe type the code in again. Yeah, hopefully this works. Okay, but this is a tank. Hopefully I can help you guys with Ramatra. A lot of it's just like poking until you get to a point where you can use your fists and close distance on an enemy. Plot 4 DPS, yeah, that's fine. Anything. If someone could help Wood in YouTube chat to get the VOD codes, I just want to keep this going. So let's see how you actually take this high ground here. Said it's Diamond 4, okay. Yeah, honestly, just I would have that shield up a little sooner just so your team doesn't get rolled. You have that shield a lot. When they start rotating and actually peeking is when you want to use it. But like right, oh, that's tough. So right here, I'm probably just honestly, I'd be using my slow whenever that queen wants to use shout or whenever they actually look to stage or rotate. Right here, they're just kind of chilling. So I would make sure you hold this slow because it's quite frankly the most impactful ability in his entire kit. When you slow something, they are incredibly weak. At this point, the J Queen isn't actually trying to stage a rotation. She's just chilling. So just keep that in mind. You want to use the slow to try to stop her and make her an easier target in rotation. I do also think you guys might be staying up here a little bit long, but at the same time, you have a Genji and a Junkrat, so it's not the end of the world. But I probably would have rotated and tried to spam from a longer angle and used your slows a little bit better there. Yeah, especially against Junker Queen. Like, if you're not going to play Junker Queen right now and you're going to play Ram, the thing you need to do is, number one, you need to slow her down, her rotate with her team. The second thing you need to do is to make sure that you don't get axed. And the way you don't get axed is by slowing her rotations down, and that also helps your teammates not get axed. Because the moment an axe hits, you're going to lose. So if there's a support player that's looking to climb right now, literally just play Lucio and boop away the axe. That's how you win. I haven't played the J Queen meta because, quite frankly, I find it incredibly boring, but that's how you play it. As Lucio, you boop the Junkrat, or you boop the Junker Queen away. If she misses axe and your axe connects, you win the game. It's literally that simple. But all right. Yeah, let's just keep watching here. I feel like that's going to be honestly the number one thing. Well, we suffered here. Let's see how this happened. So you get res, you start walking in. She wastes axe. You pretty much just win this fight. But okay, she's gonna do that. Oh yeah. This is a decent response. You try to stop that Mercy with slow. Honestly, a lot of this is like, if you're playing against a Junker Queen, the thing that she wants to do is she wants to run your team over. If you're gonna play Ram into a Junker Queen, you have to spam harder than she does. You don't want to use your fists when she has axe. You want to try to bait out the axe, and then that's your time to counterattack. The way you bait out axe is that you use your slow fields to slow down her rotations. Quite frankly, I feel like this is just an IQ check of, hey, you're playing against a Junker Queen now. You haven't seen that in a while. Let's just think about what she wants to do. She wants to completely run over your team. If you stop her from doing that, you can then ping pong back into her. Hold up. Is my dog crying outside? Oh, she's in her kennel because she's upset. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Anyways, would you spam squishies or a Junker Queen? It's realistically anything that you're gonna be able to hit. I mean, I'm not entirely sure exactly what you should be poking specifically. In my opinion, it would probably be the Junker Queen. I'm not the Ram specialist because I don't play a lot of Ram. If I were you, the thing I'd focus on is understanding what the J Queen wants to do. If you're not going to lock J Queen because of how powerful she is, understand what her team wants to do and try to not let them do that. Especially if you're going to play Ram. Like that is the play style that you have to have if you're going to win against her. I don't want to spend too much time on Ram though, because those two things are like really big and it's just going to keep coming up. So what's the next one? We got Cat Lord. I did see Wood from YouTube. I did see your code. I'm working through the Twitch codes first. If I forget you after these next few, I just let me know and I'll come back to you. 1NB 54N. For some reason, this is not working. I just typed it in again. I guess maybe the VOD got canceled because they just updated the game like yesterday. So try to find another code that's recent. I don't know why this one's not working. Or make sure it's copy pasted right. This one's working. And you said this one's rated. Okay. I mean, Widow, there's not a whole lot I can really teach you. It's like, okay, no, you're Ashe. Don't peek Widows from a stupid range. Okay, so the biggest thing for DPS on this map is make sure that you are not taking the same angle as your Widow. If you're a Widow and you're the only one that's going to be taking angles, great. Doesn't really matter. If you're playing double sniper, the most important thing is that you set yourself up to have a crossfire on different angles or the same angle that are common, and you're not going from the same angle. Because if you're going from the same angle, they just have to shoot one shield at you, and you can't do anything. When there's two angles, they have to pick which one is more threatening, and then the one will always be open. In this situation, they don't even have a shield. So taking two angles is super, super big. Because they're like now they have to deal with two, and they don't even get to block one. Hit the Vaxta. Hit that Vaxta. Also, if you're going to play Ashe, you got to play closer. You got to walk in. Hanzo is a lot easier to take faster angles, too. Okay, yep. Honestly, here, it's like you're really afraid to take angles here. Again, don't take the same angle. Take more than one. Take some rotational angles here. When you sit and spawn here, it's hard to hit shots. Well, yeah, no shit, because, you know, you're from so far away. Again, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. It's also a lot harder for them to kill you if you're playing from up here, or if you're going to take an angle down here than it is, oh, I'm standing right next to my Ramatra. Again, double sniper is all about taking angles so that you can actually get some damage done. Yep. This seemed my dog. Okay. I mean, this is, again, kind of what I'm getting at. So, like, we have to think about this a little deeper here, right? Like, okay, our Widow is taking this angle right here. You're also kind of essentially taking the same angle. Whereas we could switch the angle you're taking to be something a lot more beneficial. Like, maybe let's zoom this out a little bit more. And, like, if your Widow's going to take this far angle here, maybe you could... I don't know. Well, let's see what we have. We have a Ramatra. They're probably going to win in terms of close range brawl because they have a Genji. So we want to elongate this fight for the most part. We could take an angle from, like, maybe right here and try to get something on this downstairs angle. Or maybe, I mean, I'm not going to suggest that you should go all the way over here because this is really dangerous. But you could set yourself up in an angle that's going to, let's say... the fight is going to then rotate back this way. You're at an angle maybe here where you're poking here when the fight breaks out, but then you can actually rotate back, and now your angle is going to be on this blue one. It's all about taking two different things to almost kind of surround the enemy from that's walking into you, instead of just like two lines that are going the same way. It's like this is another one where like one shield could block this, compared to, okay, one shield could block the Widow here, but if you're like here, they can't block that. You know what I'm saying? Everything with Hanzo here is just a matter of angles and taking them authoritatively, if that's even a word. Being assertive in the way that you're taking these angles. I hope that makes sense. To be honest, with utility and everything, to be honest, like, in terms of utility, you're just going to be using sonars on angles that are going to support your Widow. because quite frankly, you don't really need that sonar that much. You're not really playing off. You're just doing brute force damage really with scatter arrows and just hitting shots. Your Widow's going to be the one doing the one-shot headshots. She needs the sonars more. So if it were up to me, my Ram would be a little bit more postured forward, along with the rest of my team would be postured forward a bit. I'd probably be playing here. I'd put a sonar up here so that my Widow can shoot this as they cross. And then I'm focused on dealing side damage to this Orisa or anyone that might be coming out here that's going to have a possible shield there if they were on a different tank. That's essentially what I'm doing. I feel like that main theory, if you understand that a little bit better when you're playing these comps on different maps, that's going to formulate how you're going to play. So I need you to focus whenever you're playing double sniper. What is your goal? Your goal is to take angles better than the enemy. How am I going to take angles from them without letting them get to angles first with the Orisa, and also not playing in so aggressive of an angle that this Genji's just going to dash on me and kill me for free? And that's going to be variable on a lot of different team comps. I can't just teach you that. I can teach you the idea behind it, and you can then work to build off of that idea. But I can't just tell you like, hey, every single time play here. Every single time play here. Because what if you're Widow? Like, I maybe wouldn't want to play there on Widow. Like, I just play here. This is a strong position for Widow. Whereas, like, there's just better spots for Hanzo. Maybe here. Maybe you want to play here. I don't know. I don't love that position because they have an Orisa and a Genji. It's very easy for them to dash there. But if I see that the fight might be able to go out here, I'm going to naturally progress this way. Because then I have more range and I'm taking a better angle with my Widow that's safer, that's not going to get dashed on. All the things we talked about. Obviously, you're not going to get it all the first time you play. But this is a decent basis, I feel, to grow from there. And I hope a lot of people in chat that aren't even support players kind of understand what you're playing into. So we're going to go to Inhari, and is that right? We're going to get Inhari, and then we're going to go over to Wood from YouTube, and then we're going to go back to Cat Lord. I think that is the current, yes. Oh, no, Inhari is from, oh, you're Wood from YouTube. It's the same code. Okay. All right, what is the name here? Woodson, probably, considering Wood was your name in YouTube. Honestly, like, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Y'all gotta stop sending me codes that is Havana and Circuit Royale and Junkertown. Like, those maps, they're terrible maps, and that's why you feel so shit on them. But I can try to help y'all. I like, these maps are so hard to teach you guys because it's just a map. It's like how you play the map. So maybe what I need to do is just make videos like how to play this map, how to play X map, Z map, whatever. Because to be honest, a lot of this is just like, you just need to play the map efficiently. We'll do Fire Night next from YouTube. Cat, keep working on getting that whatever, the code. But let me try to help you guys with this map. Oh, this is 10 seconds in and we are just leaving spawn. What's going on here? Honestly, a lot of what I'm looking at here is like, honestly, you just need to be a lot more aggressive. You need to not be so passive, especially on a map like this that's going to have a lot of snipers. You want to play angles a lot tighter. If you're going to force on this map, quite frankly, you should be playing BAP and Zen. But if you're going to be forcing close angles or playing Ana, you want to force close angles and try to find nades on things that your teammates are going to be able to take advantage of. Playing this far away and playing it like a sniper isn't going to work for you. You don't do sniper damage. Don't play like a sniper then. I understand that she has a sniper rifle. It doesn't make her a sniper. Like right here, this is a common angle for a Widow to be holding if their team's going to be playing this aggressively. And this is just, look how free of picks this is compared to playing on this corner, looking to nade that diva. She has to get forced back, and now this Widow can't take this position. If you're going to play on this map, you're not really looking for kills. You're not really looking for healing. You're looking for pressure to you're trying to pressure out some character on their team that's going to pressure the rest of their team to take worse angles. The thing is, the feedback you're getting from the value you're putting towards that fight isn't very straightforward, so it's really hard to miss it. Because, for example, if I'm a Widow on this position and my tank gets antied and is forced to play back, now I can't play as aggressive of an angle as I'm playing right now, which forces me to fall back. It's like a domino process that you're starting on Ana, but you don't really get that feedback right away. And here's the thing: if I don't rotate back as a Widow in this position, I'm a free pick. Like at that point, then you actually just they made a mistake. They didn't rotate back. You got a free pick. You know. I hope that makes sense. This map though, it's honestly with a lot of Anas as well. We're actually doing Ana next week in terms of the rank up fast stuff and the unranked to GMs that we've been doing. So a lot of you are Ana players because that's what I am. We will be doing 2 weeks of Ana starting soon. So don't you worry. The Zen stuff was not the only stuff you're getting. You're getting Ana and then you're getting Bath. Maybe Kiriko. I'm not the best Kiriko in the world though, so that might be a little volatile. It might be actually a good experience for me though to kind of learn her a little bit better in a lower elo context. So right here, you can just look for a sleep dart. You can look for a nade, whatever works out first. Or if the one misses, that's fine. Just make sure that D.Va dies. And then immediately after, what are we doing? We're taking positioning. We don't need to be scared. We need to take positioning for the next fight so that we don't get caught out and die. So immediately what I'm thinking is, okay, where's this next fight going to happen? This next fight likely is going to happen within this range right here. This colored in range. Where am I going to be that's going to keep me safe? I'm also going to get to find some value. You can start up here. You can play over here. You can go over here. You know, there's a lot of ideas that you can do. The thing is, what you don't want to do is play all the way back here, which is kind of what you were posturing for when the fight's going to be around a corner. You know? So yeah, right here it's like, why are we playing in sniper range when we just don't have to? Why and if you stayed there, it would be a really big deal because we can't get any value out of this. And it's hard for me to be like, oh, you need to be using damage, you need to be using nades more aggressively, you need to be being more aggressive with your damage, because the thing is, it's kind of the map that's forcing me to not see any of your normal tendencies, which is why I don't love this map too much. But we can kind of see how the enemy Ana is taking advantage of being aggressive with nades, and that's completely destroying your team while you're playing in the back being scared the whole time. It's not working out for you. After this VOD, though, I need to check on my dog because I have no clue what's going on with that, and I don't know. She's making a lot of noise. Positioning is an umbrella term, just so you're aware. It's a big picture idea. Within all honesty, I feel like you would benefit from just understanding that you need to be more aggressive with Ana in order to get stuff done. You need to understand that like you're not a healer, you're a support. The way that you get stuff done is by being aggressive with your anti-nades. If you're playing so far back in a position like this that you're never going to get an anti-nade off, play with your team. Try to look for different angles that are more impressive, that'll get more done. Honestly, this isn't going to help you a whole lot because this map is so hard to find angles on. But look for those opportunities on other maps. Hopefully we'll figure that out given some time. Okay, but I'm going to stop with this VOD. We will queue up another VOD real quick. But I need to check on my dog here because she's making so much noise. I have no clue what is going on. Let me just queue this up in the meantime. I'll be like probably 5 minutes. And then we can keep it going here. Okay, that code's not working, Fire Knight. So if you guys can get more codes while I am out for a few minutes, that'd be awesome. So I will be right back. So my puppy, right, that we just got was acting, I don't know, crazy. She's in my room now. She's just chilling. Let's resume. Let us resume. Hello, everybody. If you guys have codes, awesome. Please send them my way. Hopefully she doesn't freak out. Patch reset. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, everyone. And sorry for my lack of focus today. If she starts scratching at the door, I'm going to have to pause again. Put her back in the cage that I don't want to do. Because she just needs to chill out. She's so freaking... Oh. Chill out. She's so cute, but she gets so freaked out. Okay, what is your name, Mita? Not Mita. Midas Touch. Jesus. All right, we're playing. Okay, so whoever's on a we watched. I think that's Inhuri. I might be wrong. Don't chill out, puppy. I'd show you her, but she'd probably start freaking out. I'll send you one in 20 minutes. I gotta go till then. All right, awesome. Whoever we just, I'm pretty sure is Inhuri. You'd probably learn a lot more from a VOD like this. So This one is going to be good for us to review together as one full unit, because I'm sure applied on console is similar to what we saw earlier. She's trying to get out. Oh my goodness. All right, so right here you're playing with your team. We don't have any idea of what's going on quite yet. Which is totally fine. We see that there's a Pharah. We're just kind of healing our team. So right here immediately there's a problem. Immediately there's a problem because we're not being aggressive with our nade. We're not trying to peek to see what the tank is. We're not trying to force something out. And that's the number one problem I'm seeing right off the bat. We're starting to get booped away. She's so stubborn. We're just waiting for our nade to come back online here. But the thing is, we're just letting the people walk all over us. Yeah, that's just a case of us not being aggressive enough. We're healing too much. We're not looking for enough damage. We're not trying to use our Rhine to be aggressive. I need to. This dog is going to be the death of me. I need another second. Alright, I gave her some of her toys in hopes that she would chill a little bit. I'm sorry again. It looks like she's doing a fine job chilling. Okay, so again, what I've said, I hope you're still here. I'm sorry, everybody. Again, it's another thing of you just not being aggressive enough. That is the big problem as of right now. You just need to be more... She's starting to scratch at the door. I'm going to start freaking out. I can't do that. It's okay. We're just going to finish this VOD real quick. The Reaper behind you, yeah, we're just looking to allocate sleep. Honestly, instead of running backwards, I would immediately start to run into your team and try to get some support from your team so that can get killed quicker and easier. Because if you walk away from your team, luckily your Mercy's here. But this is increasing the opportunity for this Reaper to possibly find a pick elsewhere, to find a pick on the DPS. Instead of you being there ready to help. See right here, immediately your Ashe gets crit. Your Ryan's going to get crit because you're not locking back in your team, which is a big problem. And this is immediately going to start to... So here's the thing. Being more aggressive helps your team. It helps you be more aggressive with your team. It helps you get more damage. But also keeps you safer in a lot of areas too, because then you're not just letting people walk all over you. So again, right here, it's a lot of passive energy that's going on. And using your nade on your teammates is almost never a good idea. The substitute would be playing more aggressive so that they're not doing as much damage to your teammates. So that you don't have to use it that way. So right here, we're just building Nana. All right, now I want to see you get aggressive. Though. Okay, you used an anti-nade. It was just kind of a yuck. And now we're backing away from our team when we hear a flanker. We can see immediately what I'm saying is going to go wrong here because now you're forcing yourself into a 1v1 that you're probably going to lose. Where is she going? Stay out of there, buddy. Is your BAP gameplay in here? Or is it a different code? Okay, it's in here. Awesome. So again, it's probably going to be a lot of the same here. It's going to be a lot of the same of, okay, like I'm not being aggressive enough. I need to be more aggressive. But let's see how you get about this. With Ana, stage yourself more aggressively so I can actually see you use your nade aggressively. I can't just tell you, hey, be more aggressive with nade, because if you were more aggressive with... I can't really tell you to be more aggressive with nade with you're sitting in the back line. You need to be more present within the fight. Even though they have a Pharah, you need to be more present. You need to maybe look for an off angle to pressure off the Pharah. You just need to take initiative first so that you don't let them get set up to just keep destroying you.
Easily, will we?
With this, it's going to be a lot. It's going to be about doing a lot of damage in the downtime instead of wasting heals here. Like you can pressure out this ball on your own. These people don't need healing. They need damage. They need this ball to get out. They need him to leave. And then whenever a Reaper's on you, you don't need to take this 1v1. What you need to do is you need to take the 1v1 to your team. Like sure, you're going to get away with it here. But it's not. This is a lucky situation.
I only keep good company.
I'm only doing usually one VOD a person, but if we get past a lot of people, I can do duplicate VODs. You didn't need to use ammo here. No one was in real danger. You saw your mercy crit, but you need to make sure that you're not just using this whenever someone gets crit. You need to make sure that people actually are going to die from it. Again, a lot of this stuff you could learn from my guides. But if you missed that part, I would recommend you go back to my original Overwatch 1 Baptiste guide and you watch the immortality section again. That's quite frankly the most important thing you got to get right about BAP. Right here, whenever you see a wrecking ball looking to slam on you, charge your boots and jump up. Honestly, right here, I would just use window in a fight like this. I would use window and look to be aggressive on this Pharah, because right now we wasted so much time. The main thing that's killing that... Hey, Ruby, what are you doing? You lose your ball? What are you doing? Oh, your ball's over there. The puppy's being stupid again. Don't do that. Or at least you're chilling. You've chilled out now. That's good. Yeah, but right there, that whole entire time, it's like we could have used window. If we look at this, like, realistically, you're not going to be able to heal this diva consistently. Realistically, you should be playing Ana in this composition anyways, because it's hard to heal a diva here. Like, I don't blame you for missing some of these shots. But, like, look at this whole time. Instead of healing a diva that's going to die anyways, imagine if we just selfish windowed and killed this pharmacy. Like, you should look to use window selfishly when you have a team that isn't really playing to stack. And this team isn't going to play to stack because what do they want to do? Like, the Tracer wants to take angles. She's giving me grumpy looks. The Tracer wants to take angles. The Soldier wants to take angles. The Diva doesn't want to dive either. She just wants to counter the dive. You know? Right here, we're not going to be playing to stack. In this situation, you can selfish window and maybe take out this pharmacy that's plaguing your team. You can do that too on Baptiste. You have comparable damage to a Soldier 76. And when you add a window on top of that, yeah, you're going to kill a lot of things very easily. So right here, again, it's another idea of, okay, sure, we're doing damage, but we're not getting the idea of how this aggression should work in a safe environment, in a safe way. The Vaxta could definitely help you as well. Like, of course, just better mechanics are always going to help, but also the theory behind what you're doing would also help a lot. Let's see, though, because you used your immortality there for reasons unknown. I want to see why you did that. It's 1 point. I think you get rezzed here. It's the only way you would have gotten back that fast. So you got rezzed. Kind of shift there for no reason, but... Like, again, that right there, it's like... Honestly, if I were you, I'd focus on all of your characters to look for ways to be more aggressive, that's safe with your team, and play off of what your team is providing you, and think about that. But I wouldn't focus on the window tip I gave you. Instead, I would focus on not wasting your immortality fields. If I were you, I would make sure that you're putting them on corners. You're only using it when someone needs it, and you can't just out heal the damage they're taking. Those are the two things that you really got to worry about with immortality field. If you throw this ability out for no good reason, you're down the best cooldown on your entire team every 23 seconds. That's a big deal. And quite frankly, you're playing Baptiste in probably one of the worst compositions to play Baptiste. I'd much rather see you play an Ana right here. You're against a ball. It's easier to sleep a ball. The only reason why I could see a Bap is if you're going to hard damage this pharmacy. The reason why I say Bap isn't great here is because your team isn't looking to stack. Ana does a better job at taking different angles. Honestly, Zen would work fine too, but I feel like Zen's a little bit of a harder pick. He's harder to pull off here. You need better mechanics to do that. Right here, the only reason why I'd pick a Bap is if I'm trying to hard melt this Pharah. And if you're going to pick a Bap in a situation like this, you got to actually do that. You got to justify the pick. The thing is, you're going to do the same thing as an Ana, except you're going to be able to heal these players better because your kit is just more suited to that. Hopefully that helps. To be honest, there's not a lot of concrete things I can say out of that because it's just a rough pick into a rough comp. You're going to have a hard time. I would have played Bap on the first point. I would have played Ana on the second point because of what your team was setting up for you. And overall, I would look for ways to be more aggressive and not just let the game play. Like, play the game. Don't let the game just get played by your team because you're probably going to lose a lot because those players are gold players. They're going to stay gold. I don't care whether we get a win or a loss. All I care about is whether or not it's close. But let's see. We're playing Kiriko into a, Kiriko's really strong right now. It's probably not a GM lobby because I don't see a queen. But here we are. Yeah, so right here is just realizing, like, where the fight is going. The Orisa initially starts here, looking to maybe damage your Reinhardt. You then all of a sudden see that she's going to start rotating to a different angle where your Hanzo is. Understand, like, Orisa's the front line. Wherever she's shooting, probably everyone else is going to be shooting as well. You need to shift your focus over there. Your Hanzo died because you simply were negligent of where he was and what was happening here. Play it again. Like, We see that the Orisa is walking in here, and we just kind of are like, oh, well, the Reinhardt needs healing because he's the front line. Where's the fight actually happening? This AFK brain mindset just killed your Hanzo, and I'm not gonna lie, I've been seeing clips on Twitter of Kiriko's doing this, so it would be best if you learn this sooner rather than later so you don't get hard flamed. Because that is 100% your fault that Hanzo just died right there. Overall, right now, he's not taking a lot of damage. You can look to weave more damage as a result into the enemy team instead of just looking for heals. You can do the 2 kunai heal tactic. Same idea of an immortality field. That guy took no damage. Why are we Suzuing? And I'm not trying to get irritated at you. It's just like, this is stuff that is applicable to every single character, and it's crazy. Just think about how we're using the abilities and how this should work. So the first one, you try to compensate Suzu your Hanzo because he was out of position. Right here, it's like, well, why are we Suzuing that, man? You know you shouldn't be Suzuing that. He took like 40 damage. No one's on him. There's nothing to be scared of. The fight isn't even really happening there. Where's the fight actually happening? The fight's happening on your Reinhardt that's fighting for his life over here. That's where the Suzu needs to go towards. For you, what I'm already seeing is that you need to make sure you're actually looking where the fight is. And you're constantly thinking, okay, where's the actual threat here? What do I actually need to be looking at? Because right now it's just like, oh, my bat needs help because he's getting dove. Wait, is he getting dove? He's just taking a little bit. Well, you know, things change. Also, he has an immortality field. He also has a shift on himself. He's not going to die instantaneously. He doesn't need that Suzu. This is a situation where you're probably going to be needing to look for Suzu here shortly. It just needs to be aimed better. So this is Diamond 2. Right there, again, it's like you can out-heal this. There's nothing to worry about for Suzu. Biggest thing I could say now is your Suzu usage needs work, and you need to make sure you're actually focusing on where the fight is going and what's happening and where. Not just autopiloting to, oh, well, the Reinhardt needs heals because he's the one in the front line. He's most likely to take damage. In ranked, it's not always like that. You need to make sure you're actually looking at what's happening, what their composition is, how the stuff's going on, and you're reacting accordingly. Because autopilot's what's going to kill you in this game. Also, you just need to be looking to do more poking, like more damage. You don't need to not heal, like just 2 kunais every burst. Trying some Baxta would help you out a lot here. Because you're also starting to miss some of your heals too because we're not aiming it correctly. That right there, that's one of those situations where like, okay, you should maybe Suzu that. Right here, now, this is what I don't want you to do, is get tunnel visioned on a duel. I want you to do more damage, but I don't want you to do this where you're getting tunnel visioned on a duel. I want to make sure that you're still looking at what's important here. Like this Tracer that just pulse bombed has no recall now. You don't need to focus her down. She's done. Her fight's over. She can't kill you in one shot. You'll be fine. You have Suzu. What you need to worry about is my monkey that just jumped the back line that has an Orisa that's looking at it. And they just Kiriko ulted. Like that right there, that's a little bit more pressing. That's where the fight's headed. That's where I might need to use Suzu. That's where I need to really look for heals. And for the love of God, do stop Suzuing the Orisa that is constantly eating your Suzus. Gotta, like, go back to the woodworks, whatever it's called, and make sure your Suzu usage is good, because it hurts seeing, like, you struggling so much with the Suzu, because this is going to lose you games. Like, I know for a fact this is losing you games right now. Like, if you can fix your Suzu, you will be a GM player. It's not even an overstatement. Like, right now, with the state of ranked the way it is right now, if you can Suzu correctly, if you can use immortality fields correctly, if you can be aggressive on support, everything we've talked about, you are literally a GM player nowadays. Right here, making sure you don't get tunneled into not walking forward with your team. if your team stages forward in doing so. Like right here, I should probably be walking with my Winston. Don't get into that habit of, oh, I'm playing with window. You don't necessarily have to if the fight's not going there. She just again. I'm being a dick to you because this is what you need. So there's a lot of reasons you could think this is wrong. One, your monkey's in bubble. Two, he has armor, so Tracer literally does no damage to him. Like, minimal. He still has armor because he has so much HP. Dude's got 440 HP left. The Tracer has no recall. See where I'm getting at this here? Right here, this seems like... Honestly, it kind of looks like tilt gameplay. It kind of looks like I've been queuing for 6 hours. I was on a win streak at the start of the day, but now I'm consistently losing. My teammates have terrible attitudes. This is a lost cause. Like, that's kind of what this looks like, especially if you're saying this is D2. This looks like you're on autopilot and you're just not playing at your best. Like, that's honestly what this looks like. It does not look like Diamond 2. It looks like you're tilted out of your mind and you're just playing Kiriko to no brain. But the thing is, Kiriko is a character that's deceptive in that way. She looks easy, but in reality, all she is brain. Like, you don't need crazy mechanics necessarily to do a whole lot with her. You just need to think when you play her. Personally, I hate her because I think she's so boring. Like, unbelievably boring. I don't get how people love this character. But all it is here is that it's the same problem that Midas Touch had with his immortality fields. We're using it when we just don't need to. And it's an ability that you get 14 seconds, which realistically should be a lot higher. You need to make sure that you're not just wasting it, because this is the cooldown that everyone is thinking about when this character is in the game. They're thinking about this. Thank you for the follow, by the way. They're thinking about, how can I force out the Suzu? Up, Kiri doesn't have Suzu. Now people are vulnerable. Like, that is what people are thinking. You need to make sure that you don't just waste it. It is like the #1 thing. If you guys are watching this stream and you're Baptiste or Kiriko players, the one thing I need you to just look at, I don't even care if it's solid, just make sure you're not wasting this ability, because it loses you games. There's a reason why the attacking side has already got 4 minutes and going into third point, and they've lost 2 fights on third point already. Because I want to look at the rest of this fight and look now where the Suzu could have been used when it actually was needed to be used. So, okay, now I'm looking at this, and I'm like, I hear that my team is dying, and the Orisa is walking past me, and I have no clue what's going on the front line. I think someone's... Oh, yeah, wow. People are getting coalescence, and now my immortality field got forced out. So now Immo's forced out, too. Now we really have no get-out-of-jail-free cards. And now this is what we're focusing on.
Careful, we're outnumbered.
The 2 things I told you. Focus on where the fight's actually going, and stop wasting Suzu. When you focus on those 2 things, you're going to look at the value you're going to get, and it's going to get 3x'd, if not 6x'd. You might be a GM player after that. I'm not shitting you when I say that. Like, that is real. That is just real. You fix these 2 things, you are a Grandmaster player. Everyone in this chat, you fix those things on Kiriko, Grandmaster player. It is just that simple. Because, like, look at this. If we didn't waste Suzu and we looked at where the fight was going, these 2 kills wouldn't have happened. You would have Suzu'd them. You wouldn't have been looking at a Kiriko that still had teleport in the backline that's not going to get killed. There's no need to force it out, because the fight is going to end here. It's not going to... The fight's not going to end even if you kill this Kiriko. You're still going to lose. It doesn't matter. You know? Hopefully that helps you. If my assumptions were wrong in terms of your tilt queuing, let me know. But to be completely honest, I would be curious if that's how you were consistently playing Kiriko. I'd be curious as to the games that you're winning and how that's working, because I'm not trying to be that guy, but it looks like you're tilt queuing. Like, it looks like there's no thought going into it, and I'm very curious as to those games. Like, if those were consistent wins, like, how were you winning those games? Because maybe there's something I'm missing. But maybe you're just not a Kiriko player. By the judging that you were playing Moira at the end, maybe you're a Moira player. Maybe you play Ana. I don't know. Just make sure you're actually thinking through Kiriko and Baptiste. Please. I beg. So we're still waiting on Nightcore to come back. My Doge is sleeping now. Still waiting on Nightcore to come back. We are going to maybe go over more VODs from people that sent more in to maybe get some more stuff done. We're going to look through iHurry again. Hopefully we can actually find a map that will be helpful to you. And not just me saying like, hey, this is Circuit. Get a new map for me, please. And I'm sorry if I sound a little agitated today. There's a lot of things going on. And I don't know. I feel like we've been going over a lot of these 4-0, and then I always go for lose 4-5, then win 5. Yeah. So honestly, what that means to me, Max, is that my assumption was right. Like the game you showed me was a tilt queue game, where it's just like, oh, I'm so done with these teammates. I'm just gonna no-brain Kiriko. But then we can kind of see exactly how that tilt, like you're not thinking whatsoever. It completely, like, even if your teammates are dog meat, it doesn't help that you're also playing dog meat too. So if I were you, and if this is a repeated process, on top of all the Kiriko tips I gave you, if you win that initial 4 and you lose 2 games after that, just stop queuing. Stay up 2 wins, get on an ult account, play some quick play, and reset the cycle. Because it also looks like maybe the mental aspect of ranked is also getting to you a little bit. It's also getting to everyone right now because the PvE announcement, no one even wants to look at this game right now. Everyone's just like, oh, God. You know, like, and I don't blame them. I don't blame them. But if that is a repeated process and you have a history of doing the same thing, there's a reason why we study history. It's so that we can prevent it from happening again, the bad stuff, and we can keep the good stuff from happening. Learn from your history, make the good stuff keep happening, and avoid the bad stuff. That's what I'm going to be saying for you. And hopefully that helps. Because a lot of players need that advice. And again, I'm sorry if I sounded irritated. I feel like you've been around for a little bit where it's like this kind of stuff. I can, you know. You did one trick Kiriko, and you know what? Maybe you were more locked in. I don't know. But that game right there, you lock in all those other things, we're golden. So after this Woodson VOD, we're going to go to Nightcore because you just came in. Start at 10:30. Okay, awesome. We're going to try to help Woodson here with Ana here. A better map to do so. Let's see how you do this. A little bit of a weird angle. Honestly, the moment I see that there's a Hanzo, holy shit, guys. You guys have balls of steel. All of you. All of you. Balls of steel. I've gotten VODs for like 3 weeks straight where Honest do not give a singular shit about a sniper. And they will just hard scope. Woodson. I want you to look at something for me here, okay? This is going to help you a lot.
Defend objective A.
There's a reason we don't say hard scope Hanzos. This Hanzo's terrible. Don't get me wrong. But look how easy your head hitbox is to kill here for this Hanzo.
Objective A.
How does he whiff that? Oh, God. How do you whiff that? That's something I would do. Look how easy it is for to just see you and completely wreck you off the rip. The fact that he missed this is high-key embarrassing. But this is why you never peek snipers, for one. And for two, the thing you definitely don't do is hard scope a sniper on Ana. Don't do that. For the love of God, please. Please do not do that. And if you ever need to know why you shouldn't do that, just look at the opposing POV. That's how you get better at positioning. If you really are lost with the whole concept, look at the other person's POV and just look at how easy it is to kill you. Even when they miss you, like this was kind of embarrassing. That's embarrassing. Holy wow. He actually missed that. That's something I would do though. So the other thing is you double down. You stay in that same position. Don't do that. Okay. Little lesson on how to play Midtown. If I'm playing Ana and my team is staging to play right here, if my team is playing the stage there and keep it, just play on the high ground here. Because eventually your team's going to have to back up. They're going to try to bait the enemy team in. And then guess what you got? You got what you're looking for, what your objective is, a free anti-nade. Free anti-nade. Much easier, much safer, much more aggressive as well, because once you hit that anti-nade, you can drop off this high ground if your team wants to push and just kill whoever you can get. What about a quick scope of Widow with Ana? I want you to imagine this. Let's imagine this Hanzo is a Widow. The Widow somehow still missed that first shot. Am I going to quick scope that Widow from the same angle her crosshair is already on? If the answer is anything other than no, I want to know what you ate for breakfast this morning. Because I don't know. It's okay to quick scope a Widow if she's not looking at you, but it got to be a quick scope, and it's got to be meaningful. Like, it's got to force her off of an angle, or it's got to be enough that's going to kill her. Enough for either of those two, because usually it's not. Yeah, looking at the enemy POV, I'm telling you straight up, that's how I got better at Destiny positioning. Like, a lot of you guys don't know I used to be a Destiny streamer. I wasn't anything crazy, but the way I learned positioning and why I was dying so much as a kid, I was like, man, why am I dying against these like crazy good players? It wasn't because my aim was bad. It wasn't because my movement was pretty bad. But it was also just like the way that I was positioning myself, the way that I was presenting myself to the enemy. But like, I don't know why I'm in such a roasty mood. Like, I'm sorry. But I feel like for some of you that I've seen around in YouTube comments, I've seen around in Twitch chat, like, I feel like you've gotten to a stage where it's like, we've been watching a lot of things. Now I need to make sure that you wake up to the stuff I've been trying to say for a long time. Because I recognize you guys. It's not like you just came in here yesterday. Because I wasn't streaming yesterday. Yuck. Yeah, so like this whole thing, it's like, snipers just don't look at them. You're giving them opportunities. I get that you're in a lower elo and these people can't hit shots for the life of them. But don't make it easier for them. Don't even... If they're struggling with the step one, don't just do step one for them. And my dog is cracked out. Holy shit. Also, my allergies are killing me, so it's like talking this much really hurts. My throat's like itchy. It's weird. Again, never use your nades to heal your team. Like 90% of the time, you're using it for damage. I like that sleep dart. That was good. I don't like the scoping in from that range. Also, hit the Vaxta. VAXTA. If you're a new player, really start using that code to your benefit. It's going to help you get through some of the weirder fights like this. Because, again, don't use your nade like that. Use it aggressively. It's gonna help you a lot with these weird, slow fights in lower elos, because you're gonna be more efficient with your damage. I can't teach you aim, but I can teach you how to get better at it. And it's a skill. Like, it's stuff that anyone could be crazy at aim. It just takes different levels of practice. I know people don't all have that idea, but you can't shoot dynamite. Just a quick little note. Can't nade through bubble. It's a good sleep though. You don't need to stick around for that. You can just run away from it. That's another good nade. Did you cancel her grab? Or did you get grabbed earlier? You must have gotten grabbed earlier. Alright. So there's two things I want to tell you. Step one, stop scoping in so much. This also is the same thing with positioning. When you're playing against DPS, stop just scoping in the whole time. It's easier for you to hit and you can't see as much. And think about how they see you and move around depending on that. All of that is in one nicely wrapped package for you. The number 2 thing, and this is a problem that a lot of beginners have, is that they use their nade for healing. You don't need to do that. You really don't need to do that. Especially after the Ana nerf, you really shouldn't be doing that. You should be looking to set yourself up in positions that are going to nade a target and get some value for you. Here's the thing. Against what they have, okay, sure. The Zarya's just going to cleanse cleanse the nade every time with her bubbles. The thing is that forces her to use one less bubble, which means she has one less upper advantage against a hog that's going to be hooking her the whole game. Your sleep darts are good when she doesn't have bubble and she has high charge. That's very good. Awesome. But you need to be more aggressive with your anti-nades. And this is something that everyone needs to do. The thing is that tip in Overwatch 1 would honestly, it got you to diamond. Now it gets you to about plat because now you have this fun little character called Kiriko that makes you think a little bit more, which is... God, I hate Kiriko. I hate seeing her. I wish she wasn't in this game, and blah. I missed the nade. Okay, so you missed one nade, but here's the thing, right? There's like 2 others that you were looking for healing. Like it was pretty obvious you were looking for the healing. So just keep it in mind that you're trying to set yourself up in a position, which goes with number 1. That's why I'm thinking number 1 here. You want to make sure you're positioning yourself. You're setting yourself up for the fight, and you're understanding how they see you, how you're presenting yourself to them. That's going to help you be more aggressive with anti-nade. That's why I'm still saying focus on the nade. Don't use it for healing. The first thing's going to help you find those nice little packaged nades. I hope that helps. But now Nightcore is up next. Again, if you guys want the full VODs, the service is available on Fiverr. It's in the description. It's you can find it in there. Also in my link tree on Twitter. But Free VOD Friday is supposed to be brushing up on the small little concepts that you might be struggling with outside of the videos I've been showing you. Let me try to put this in again. No one's in front of you, Nightcore.
Real trap shit.
WT with the follow. I appreciate you. Well, how are you guys all following me? Did someone say something on Twitter? What's going on over here? Where are y'all finding me? I don't know, but I appreciate it. So if I use my nade aggressively and my team's scared of going in, what is the point of it? Is it better saved when the Genji dives you? Okay, that's situational. In general, you want to use your nade aggressively. That is a fact. Number 2 is the next step is how is my team reasonably going to get value from this? Like if I need someone all the way back here, obviously if my team can't follow up on it, it's not going to work out. But the thing I want you guys to first get in the habit of is to simply just be aggressive with nade to begin with. Because that opens up the habit of just being aggressive in general. And then when I look at your VODs the next Free VOD Friday, I can then start saying, okay, here's how you can maybe hold it a little bit longer, how you can use it in a little bit of a better manner so you can actually get even more out of this anti-nade. You can get a little bit more out of this aggression. That's what I'm saying. There's Overwatch 1, it was simply just getting an aggressive anti-nade because almost every single fight when you were playing in lower elos, it was always going to get value. Overwatch 2, there's characters now that make that a little bit more difficult. You have a little bit more map to cover. Okay, that tip alone isn't going to do a whole lot for you. But the thing is that you still need to get that habit instilled. And every player, masters and below now, that are playing Ana, still doesn't use the nade aggressively. And if you use the nade aggressively, you add a little bit more things on, you'll get better over time, and it'll be a better experience for you. Obviously, there's some levels to that, and I feel like you guys you can critically think enough to get to that level. But the thing is, you need to just make sure you're focusing on the basics first, because people don't even get that now. And yes, we're just watching people's VODs. I think we already went over Cat Lord. No, Cat Lord, we're doing yours next, because I'm pretty sure we didn't look at yours because we couldn't. So we'll look at Cat Lord next, and then we'll look at WT. If you have a VOD. If you don't, that's fine. More Kiriko. I hate Kiriko. All right, let's see how you're using Suzu. Teleporting. Oh. think that one's pretty self-explanatory.
Thank me later. Judge Tyson. I'm ready.
That's not your job, buddy. You know whose job that is? That's your Mercy's job. If you find yourself TPing into enemy backlines to help a Pharah that's playing like shit, nope, not your job. Not your job at all. That is your Mercy's job. I don't mind the aggression. I mind that Vaxa was not being used here. Maybe it was being used. You just need to put more work into it. But what I do mind though is that you're focusing so much on damage that you're not you're missing on the heals. Like, still, healing is your #1 priority on this character. But right here, I like that you're not healing when you don't need to. You're not using Suzu when you don't need to. This is something that this is something Max could learn from, especially in terms of this is a breath of fresh air, because we're focusing somewhat on the right things. It wasn't perfect. There still was a lot of improvement that could be made, but this is a step in the right direction.
Efficient design at work. Be healed.
You rank 30? You want me to look at you? I feel like you just know that maybe that isn't a good idea, but I'll look at it. Oh, wait. You said 10:30. Wait. Nightcore, I'm kind of trolling you. Yeah, let me get Zen. I'm so sorry. I just kind of roasted you for no reason. All right, well, off rip, we're playing low ground here, which I don't love this angle. I think the angle up here is just a lot better. I talked about this in my unranked GM. You can fire some right clicks here, off the rip, then rotate up here, rotate around them. There's a lot of angles. Playing on the low ground where they can just kind of run on you or javelin you or do a lot of things is a little bit, not the best. I don't like how we're playing on a level in which the Orisa can easily just walk right into. Holy shit, stream is lagging. It's fine on my end. That might just be because my internet's kind of shit. So I'm sorry about that if it keeps lagging. But honestly, right here, it's like the whole unranked GM. Look at how I was playing off of the high ground there, especially when you're playing a ball comp. It's so much easier to surround them from an angle like this, and not like playing kind of just right in front of them. Like this is gonna allow them to just walk on you for free, especially when we're playing ball comp. This is not a safe position. I don't know why they're not just walking on you. This is so free. There they go. Finally, they did it. Calling himself Gorilla Grip, but he's not playing like a member of Gorilla Grip. The biggest thing here is, like, if we would have just started here, this Orisa would have had to at least force you off this high ground, or attempt to, in which you would just rotate over here, over to that high ground. If your team wanted to take engagement, you can go over here and then kill the back line. The whole Zen mistake video, I hope you did watch that, I'm pretty sure. The whole thing is like, why are you shooting Orisa when she has gold? Surround her team, force out that gold first, and then you can shift the focus to her. But on top of that, don't sit where she can kill you while she's in gold. I guess I should have clarified that in the video. I felt like it was a little self-explanatory, but maybe it wasn't. Range alone isn't the best thing. Think about vertical mobility. In that video too, you can play really close to a J Queen if you're on high ground and she can't get to you and she doesn't have knife. You can't do that when she's on the same level as you, because then she doesn't have to worry about no vertical mobility. See what I'm saying? Let's keep it going here, though.
No path is completely certain.
All right, you're just letting them take it. Cool. Again, what do they have? They have a Widow. They have a Torb. They have an Orisa. They have 0 vertical mobility. The only thing that you really have to worry about is a Widow. Why are you playing on the same level as an Orisa? Right here, I could play in the same X like distance from them. I could play same X distance But if I add this Y coordinate up here, I did this in the unranked to GM, I'm completely carrying fights. I'm killing 4 a fight because there's nothing they can do about it unless they switch, unless they go diva. Understand that with Zen, you just have to completely destroy their weaknesses. We're doing Cat Lord and then we're doing WT then. Oh, that was good.
Nothingness.
So here's the problem, right? Step 1. You're in a terrible position from the rip. You're not playing against what they have that's going to counter you. That's number 1. Number 2, Transcendence does not help anyone in this ultimate. So don't waste your time sitting there because your Bastion's still going to die. The reason you use Trance was to save yourself, but then you kind of stuck around. Just make sure that you're not thinking that this is going to help anybody because it's not. The number 1 problem you have is that you're not playing aggressive enough in a sense of you're not exploiting the team's weaknesses that you're playing against enough. With Zen, you're a glass cannon. You don't have any room for error on Zenyatta. You need to you either completely destroy them or you completely get destroyed. That's kind of how Zen works. Unless he's like hard meta and it's Zen versus Zen, then the game gets interesting. Okay, what's their weaknesses? Let me spell this out for you again. Look at their vertical mobility. They have nothing to get you on high ground aside from a Widow, in which you can just play smart. They don't have a Diva. They don't have a Tracer or a Genji. They have nothing that's realistically going to stop you. What the only thing that is going to stop you is an Orisa that is gold, which we talked about in the mistakes video, is an Orisa that's gold that's running towards you. That is the only thing that could possibly kill you consistently. This Torb isn't really going to be able to get onto you, and if he does, your positioning is just awful. You're going to be breaking the turret. The spam really shouldn't do anything, especially if he is on lower ground. Realistically, that shouldn't be an issue. He shouldn't be killing you consistently. Their weakness is the fact that they do not have any vertical mobility, and that you can utilize that to just completely destroy them. It's the same thing I did in my unranked GM on the first map. On every single map I played Paraiso. I was always utilizing that high ground to just completely walk through them. And if you need me to, I will gladly pull up the unranked GM for you and show you how I did that. Because I think the unranked GM was incredibly educational, and it is one of my most underrated vids of all time. So let me actually pull this up for you real quick. Let me see. Let's see. Paraiso. It looks terrible. I'm not gonna lie. She's gonna try to knife me. That's like realistically. So here's the thing, right? Like I'm playing up here this whole time. Okay, obviously I'm playing against lower level players, but I'm utilizing this high ground because I noticed they have a Reaper, they have a J Queen, they have no vertical mobility. See, like, am I very close to the team? Am I behind them? Am I kind of flanking? Sure. They have a Mei Reaper. What are they gonna do about it? Right there, that was a good knife. I should have played a little farther away from the knife, but still, it's the same idea. I got 2 picks because they have nothing to really stop me. And now immediately, I'm playing farther away. I'm not letting them walk at me for free. I'm still in a safe position, but it allows me to be aggressive here. Like, sure, this Junker Queen is very close to me in the X coordinate, but it doesn't matter. I'm on high ground. She can't do anything about me. Look at this. I'm like kind of flanking, but I'm gonna get so many free picks because they can't stop me. And if they try to force me out, I'm just forcing value away from the actual fight that's going on. The problem here is I got forced out. There was anti-nades. People died. I could have been aggressive sooner. With you, you're just like, it's the exact same thing as if this Orisa was a Junker Queen. Well, I'm starting to fight really far away from her. Yeah, but there's an extra thing you could do that just completely just negates her. Completely makes her have no fun, and that's you playing on this high ground, avoiding her knife, and then after avoiding her knife, discording, she's dead. And if you think it's funny that I plug my content, hey, dude, I make content because I think it's good at educating you. I don't care about the views. The only reason I want people to watch my stuff is that if I genuinely think it's going to help them. That's why I don't upload that much. Because, like, some of the time, just overloading with the information just isn't going to work. Other content creators, I ain't going to name names. They're in it for the views, and you can kind of tell when they're doing that. I mean, who isn't in it for the views? But some people a lot more than the others. So that's kind of why they're running over you as a team, because you're not exploiting their weaknesses. If they had a Tracer and a Genji, you are weak there. Like, it's going to be hard for you to take those aggressive angles, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? But the way that you would force them out is you would understand that you're a bait. You would play in a position that looks like you're going to die, but in reality, you're going to force that Tracer to blink on you, use like 2 or 3 blinks to get to you, is then going to be in the presence of your entire team. You're going to take out, and then you walk back in. All of the Zen content I made, that's all you need to know necessarily to do well on that character. It's about, like, just not giving a shit and really just carrying. Like, that's kind of what Zen is. Like, I don't care. I'm just going to do this myself. And that's why I like Zen, because a lot of the time and a lot of the settings you're in, like, that's kind of what you just got to do. You just got to carry. I'll watch like one more fight. If it's not the same thing, then yeah, right here, I'm looking to just be aggressive and flank. I'm not wasting time on that Orisa. I'm wasting time on the Bastion. Right here, he had turret form. You learn more the way you go. Honestly, being more aggressive on better angles, everything we talked about on ranked GM, mistakes, way to rank up on Zen, all of those things that we talked about, that's what you need to worry about. Let's go to Cat, though. Hopefully this code actually works. Perfect, thank you. Yeah, no worries, bro. I'll probably do 2 more VODs and then call it. Just because it's almost an hour and a half streamed. And we're starting to get into duplicates. What's your name in this? WT? Oh, not WT. This is Cat. Oh, Cat Lord. Duh. Thought we were doing WT. All right. I don't know how much of a help I'm gonna be in this, but recall. So honestly, right here, your problem is that you used like 3 blinks to get out of spawn, and then you thought that you were just going to be able to like cross this bridge walking. Like walk out of spawn and then use your blinks to maybe get close here. But to be honest with you, the way you should stage this is how you started this, which is start here, then take this high ground, pressure them off this. The thing is with this is that they're going to take long sight lines. Long sight lines, not Tracer's best friend. You need to find ways into making it a mid to short range engagement while you still have blinks. And the way you do that is you just pressure off these angles so that they don't have power positions. Like, you have to force them off of their power positions. You can't just run into them and expect them to win. She's a huge macro heavy character. It's just weird though, because you use your blinks to just get to the fight instead of walking to the fight and then using your blinks when you actually should use them. Like, your blink cooldown management is really bad. Like, you're running into that Orisa with no blink. Also, Vaxta, best friend. If you're gonna play DPS, your aim needs to be better than this. I'm not trying to be that guy, but that was like 4 clips that were just completely missing the Ana. If you're gonna play Tracer, you need to make sure you're pinpoint there. Because she should have died there. She didn't have nade. She didn't have sleep. She was wide in the open. She just beat you there. That just takes practice. Oh, that Zen just helped you. I honestly would have waited for my recall before I took that 1v1, and I'd be looking to pulse this much faster. And I would have looked to pulse the Zen too, because he doesn't have Trank. Overall, if I were you, I would focus hard on the basics if you're going to start playing Tracer, because it looks like you're not... Are you a Tracer player? I thought you were a support player, right? Because we just looked at support VODs. Make sure that your movement is solid. Make sure that your blink management is good, because honestly, that's like the #1 thing on Tracer is making sure that your blink management and movement is good. If that's not solid, the rest of everything is going to be so much harder. With aim too, like Tracer is simple, but because she is so simple is why she is so hard. Because all you have to your name is your 3 blinks and your movement, and making sure that you have good blink management. If you're going to be using all 3 of your blinks to get into the fight, and then you're going to try to duel a Bastion and a Zen with no recall, like, understand how that's not good for you. You want to make sure as DPS that you're not making it like, okay, I have to hit 100% of my shots to win this duel. No, you want to make it so that in a duel, you're like, okay, I only have to hit 10% of my shots. Like, this duel is so in my favor that I want to take this. Obviously, that's a little bit of a hyperbole, but you should be looking to get as much advantage before you go into a duel as possible. And I want you to focus on going into a fight with at least 2 blinks, or at least 1 with 2 almost coming back online. Like, don't use it to get back, especially on a map this big. Try to use your blinks to set up an engagement over a long period of time. Sometimes it takes 20 seconds, but that is worth it if you are 100% going to win that engagement. Not blink, blink, blink. Recall. Walk down long angle. Oh, I'm dead. Why did I die there? I don't have any blinks. I'm walking into a long sight line. I'm starting this fight with 70 health. You know, like, that's pretty obvious stuff that you're neglecting here because you think that you have to just pure aim through it. I'm not gonna lie, the Vaxta would help the aim, but that's what you have to go for here. You're playing a map with a long sight line. You need to take steps then to make it a not as long of a way for you to walk in so that you have more blinks in the actual fight. Kind of the same as Winston in terms of you're staging a fight before you take it, but a little harder, honestly. Tracer's probably my best DPS, to be honest, in terms of the mental side, because I just understand how she works. You need to be going into fights with blinks. You need to set yourself up for greatness here. Yeah, like, this is fine because you have recall out now if you need it. Okay, you didn't shoot the Orisa there. That's good. Your efficiency really does need to get better though with Tracer because she doesn't get a lot of time. She's really strong because she has really high burst damage, but like you need to make sure you're getting the burst in. If you're not getting the burst in, you should just be playing something that needs a little bit more time to get value, even if it's not the best. But with Tracer, it's like you have a short window, but that short window is consistent. Like, you're going to be able to get that kill every single time if you set yourself up right, if you have the mechanics to do it. So I would make sure that short window is as consistent as possible and your aim is really solid. Here, honestly, I wouldn't even take this engagement. I would play to stage on high ground. I would play to make sure that I have 3 blinks before I fight this Zen. Or before I fight that Bastion. If he's going to let me rotate all the way behind, sure, fine. I'll chill here. I'll control this high ground for a little bit. And now that I have all of my blinks again, then I will go in. Not All right, I'm here. Oh, wait, why did I die? 3 people looked at me. You don't have a good recall position too? Because you're going to recall right back into them? You didn't stage before you took the fight? Like, that's the other thing. You got 3 seconds to work with. Or it might be 2. I don't remember. You have a few seconds to work with. Start your staging up here. Jump down. Get that window of opportunity. If you get the pick, great. Now I'm out. Now I'm chilling again. Because they can't chase me. If they do, I have like a blink to get away. Teabag spamming in fight good with Tracer. I mean, that's just like movement. Like, don't walk in a straight line. Don't teabag spam either because you're essentially not moving. You're just bouncing like that. But I hope all that makes sense. Stage before the fight actually happens so you have an advantage. Don't get so bloodthirsty that you're always going in. That's like the #1 problem all Tracers have. Even GM Tracers, even my boy Rags on Penn State, dude will just sometimes take ones when it's not good. His aim's fine. His aim's better than most of us on the team. But he's considered the lowest ranked player because he doesn't have patience. Tracer is also, it's about being patient, seeing that there's a window that will consistently pop up every single fight, locating it, going to it, shattering that window of opportunity, killing everything that you can, get out, and we're waiting again. That's the whole idea. And this is likely the last VOD of the day coming up. Teabagging after a fight is necessary. It's a waste of time. It's an ego move. Oh, there's Pink. Yeah, good luck with that one if you're going to try to win that. Pink's goated. Who are you on this, WT? WT still here? This is a weird game. Why? Wait, Pink's on tank? Pink, what? What are you doing on tank? I guess no one really takes ranked seriously anymore. Yes. Yeah, who are you? It's a joke? Yeah. You're Trace, bro. You're playing against Pink. You're in a lobby that, honestly, I probably wouldn't be a part of on DPS. You want me to review it? Maybe we can learn something from you. Maybe that's what we should do. We're looking to surround the enemy. We're looking to find a Brig, a Cassidy, well, a Life Weaver too. Hell, any of them. You guys should win this game based on their composition. But if we see here, the Tracer is ready for the engagement with 3 blinks. See, this is much better because he has more to work with throughout this entire fight. It can be prolonged a little bit. He didn't get the kill, now he's just chilling. We're waiting for more blinks to come up. Honestly, not the best fight because I was searching on how I could help everyone. Did win this though. Ooh, you getting hacked there is not great. But nothing you can really do about it. Holy shit, this is top 500. Yeah, you want me to be real with you, bro? You're just completely fucking holding this lobby hostage. Like, I'm surprised if your account is still allowed to be played on. I'd be reporting this for gameplay sabotage. What the fuck are you guys doing? Why are you spawn camping? You are the basis of your entire team comp. The ball tracer is everything. And you're just spawn camping when you don't have points. Honestly, bro, I'd be reporting that. I'm not gonna lie. I know you know that you're trolling, but like, I'd be reporting that. Okay, now we're playing seriously. Okay, cool. Now we can watch this. Tracer with a Zarya. I'd rather see like a Mei. But hey, you're a Tracer. You're Tracer's fart. What can I say? Oh, dude. Come on, man. That's a life weaver, bro. Homie walked in a straight line, bro. No, homie, you didn't even whiff. You just walked in a straight line. You forgot movement, bro.
My ultimate is almost ready.
I can't believe this is top 500. Not like by your gameplay, but by some of these other people. I can't believe, bro. Like, there's people walking in straight lines in top 500 now. There's people playing Moira Brig in top 500 now. Dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. You're not gonna learn anything from me. All I'm gonna do is look at your mistakes and be like, bro, you know better than that. That's about all I got for you. I'm gonna be honest. Like, what am I gonna tell you? What am I gonna tell you? There's nothing I can teach you. You're just better at DPS than I am. The only thing I would have taught you there is, hey, don't go Tracer, go Mei. You're not gonna do anything on Tracer on that map against a Torb when you have a Zarya. That's about all I would say. Like, playing Tracer in that comp, literal hell. But the fact that they had a Life Weaver was the only reason why you guys were even winning fights. Because, like, that character is so bad. Just, nah, dude, here's the thing. Can I even be mad at the troll? Like, the competitive integrity of the system, and I hate bringing this up when there's players that really want to climb it. At the top of the ladder, like, things genuinely get worse than they do in lower. Like, people care more at your elo than they do in top 500. No one gives a shit at top 500 anymore. They do that stuff on the daily. There's no accountability. You want to know why? Because what's the point? The ladder doesn't mean anything anymore. Let me take you through the leaderboard real quick. Mashiro, who is a tank player, is rank 1 support with 34 games played. This guy played 34 games. 34 games, dude. No one cares about this stuff anymore. No one cares about this stuff anymore at the highest rank. So don't be surprised. That's all I'm going to say. Just don't be surprised. There's people that are top 50 that have played less than 50 games, dude. Less than 50 games. And this was played at the start of the season. Zen's dog meat right now. I guess he's not dog meat, but he ain't good. It is a little bit depressing, though. We lost that game. That's why I wanted you to watch it. Dude, I'm going to be honest. You're not going to get anything. It's going to waste a lot of... Honestly, the thing there I could say is just like... The map that ball is good and you played ball where like Tracer might get played right now, you trolled. So like it doesn't help you at all and it doesn't help. Triple XP bonus. I'm sorry, I ain't never seen a triple XP. They're in some deep shit. Like they're really trying to get some players on their game right now. Wow. That's bad. That's bad. That's really bad. Wow, 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 wow. Like, holy moly, that is terrible. Holy moly, that is terrible. Holy moly, that is bad. Okay, here's my plan. Free VOD Friday is going to stop. Hold up. What other support do you run when someone is hard forcing a Life Weaver? I don't like to flame people for hero picks, but this has happened to me a few times lately. Best I can do is Honor and VAP and Burst Heal. Yeah, that's about all you got. Just like carry on your own character. Honestly, play whatever you want. Just make sure that you're playing to just carry yourself. You just kind of have to play with what you got. I don't know what's really good with Life Weaver. Nothing's good with Life Weaver because Life Weaver's so bad, but I've won games with Life Weaver when I'm playing Zen. I wanted you to... Dude, you know I'm going to yell at you for Kiriko about? Stop doing so much damage when people need heals. You can get everything you need out of that one fight we got. Okay, but Free VOD Friday is going to stop for YouTube. I do want to do a little bit of discussion about the future of the game in the channel on Twitch. So if you're interested in that, you can go over to there. I just wanted to let you guys all know that Free VOD Friday, I'm probably going to chill. I want to talk to you guys about a few things before I stop the stream and just do my own thing for a little bit. But thank you guys for checking out the Free VOD Friday on YouTube. We will be doing this every Friday that I'm available to do so. So I just wanted to let you guys all know I appreciate you guys for coming out. But I'm going to stop the Free VOD Friday now. Thank you for watching. Goodbye now, YouTube.